So, regarding psychopaths in the Netherlands, there is just something I want to talk about. It's the smoothness of connections on cycle routes. Not just psychopaths. This is a bicycle street where it's only really local access for cars. And of course, but the red asphalt here is a signal that it's a bicycle street and that it's not a place where cars have priority. There's also speed ramps narrowing at the junction. But this is a key part. This is now turned into a psychopath. They've removed the bollards here because they become redundant eventually. Oh, they're actually retracted rather than removed, but anyways. And then psychopath, segregated, the footpath separate. Psychopath meeting another psychopath. And we're back onto a bicycle street which has access to residence parking. This particular street used to just look like a very UK and Irish filtered permeability scheme where there's bollards and it's a normal residential street, but it was updated in the last couple of years. And now it looks more like a seamless cycle route. Now you mightn't want that everywhere, but you need it in some places. You need routes. And here we have bollards. And it continues on into a mini town centre in the suburb of Utrecht. And we're now back onto a bicycle street. And it's seamless. So this isn't a scary place. People are walking on the road, okay? And of course Dutch drivers are not angels, so it really is the infrastructure that matters. Now, this is again no entry for motorists going, at least in this direction. It's only one way for motorists, two way for cyclists. And we're back onto a cycle path now in a second with this sign. Now we're out again. Starts to be a non-priority crossing. And crossing a cycle path. And onto another cycle path. And a railway underpass. With loads of bicycle parking at the suburban station, of course. And we're underneath here. And a cycle path through, and an underdeveloped area, undeveloped area. Footpath could be better here, but most people cycle. So, in a way, we have to try better. And we can. We can do both. Now, I know some people say they don't like underpasses, but to go over that railway would be a hell of a ramp. And to get over the wires and everything. While an underpass gives you a bit of speed going down, a bit of momentum, and then it's not half as hard going back up, especially when the railway wasn't that elevated. While I said that we couldn't do better, and we can do better for pedestrians, even in rush hour, which was here this morning, there's very few pedestrians. So it's really a matter of building for the context and being pragmatic about it. That's small, but there's no need to go overboard in criticism too. This is actually a tram, not a railway. And this is a two-way cycle path on one side of the street because it makes sense. There's nothing on the other side of the street here. There's no real access requirements on that side. I think a bit of pragmatism is really beneficial. The entrance detail here is important. The cycle path continues straight across the private entrances. Again, footpath could be a bit wider. And there's actually ample space for it here as well. Just a little bit, it doesn't have to be a huge bit. So there's lovely segregation here from the road, which is not a primary road, but it's a true road. And even at that, there's a pinch point a single pinch point where a cycle route goes over on a raised crossing. And then at the first junction where we are kicked back out onto the road, onto the street, onto the cycle lane, it's a raised junction. And this is an example of everything not being perfect in the lane left. But it's reasonably low volumes of traffic. And there's also speed ramps, which are cycling friendly speed ramps. They're more like mini speed tables. Okay, that's a big one. So, I'm going to leave this video here. I hope my voice wasn't too annoying. I know I usually don't do them. Right. Thanks for watching.